Hello everyone, this is the Nameless One, and tonight we will be continuing the Heart of Darkness campaign. I have here with me tonight Ballistic, Cameo, Red, Ice, and Wind.
Hey.
We don't know what happened to Link, and Yoshi is busy today. So everybody say hi to him in the chat.
What's up, Yoshi?
Hello, Yoshi in the chat.
Don't we all say it at once?
Well, I don't know if he's in the chat, but I do know that he will more than likely eventually watch this. Okay.
Oh wait, I sent the stats in the chat before. Do
that. Okay. So before we get started, just want to remind everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow on Twitch, all of that good stuff. Especially since if you like our entry song, I have somebody helping me out with making a PMV out of it. Because technically it is still a pony music video. Technically. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the recap. Who wants to do my recap for me?
We died.
I made you take notes. You have to do the fucking recap.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay.
Wind has been volunteered.
Let me pull out. You know what? No, I don't need my notes. I remember. I studied. At some point, probably. So last time, on Heart of Darkness, we ended up getting attacked by this giant mechanical spider thing, and at some point in the battle, it was Wind's idea for us to stop attacking it, as he believed that it can be reasoned with, that it was sentient. But luckily, Naomi realized that that wasn't true, and that was a mindless mechanical beast. So continued attacking it, chopping off its limbs with Wynn using a fissure to try to trap it. This is not entirely my fault, I want to say, so
it is
don't
entirely your fault.
I noticed some suitcases within that fissure that contained something red. Flying toward them, I eventually found out what they were, which were dynamite. And upon picking them up, they detonated, destroying the creature, obliterating me, and obliterating Icicle. However, Icicle was managed to be brought back by a godlike creature whose name I did not write down. What was the name of the creature? Nameless?
Oh my god.
Which one?
One that brought back Icicle.
Bruh. Yes, you did write it down.
Did I?
The rest of the party is probably rolling their eyes at you at the moment because of how important that name is.
I want to say I have to remember like multiple names every day, so like hundreds. So yeah.
You wrote it down.
Let me look at what it was.
I will pull out your notes.
Cameo about to slap bitch.
Okay, let's see what it was. I feel like it was a Sergio or something.
Soul Tenebrous, and you wrote it wrong.
Oh, right. Soul Tenebrous.
Oh.
You wrote it motherfucking wrong. Oh my god. This is why you check your notes.
I don't know how to spell Soul Tenebrous. Anyway, Soul Tenebrous brought back Icicle. And the two of them made a deal. While soon after Icicle managed to be brought back, wind was brought back by some celestial being, whose name I do not have.
Because it was not given.
Yeah.
And you didn't think to ask.
But in exchange for when eventually turning into a portal for that being. And here we are.
Coral also had a mental breakdown, realizing so many gods are getting involved in this bullshit.
Yes, and apparently this fight to stop the Silent King is turning out to be a battle of gods, it seems like, or something.
So, does Cameo want to do a thing before we move forward with the story?
Yes.
Have to
want to speak to Jeez, why is my brain doing this right the fuck now of all times? Shadowfire.
Okay. So you're in your demi-plane right now, right?
Yes.
So you go through the same ritual prayer and let the music peter out. You're rather than as you're praying, rather than what you expect to see in your demi-plane, it's almost as if you were taken somewhere else. And Jesus Christ, I'm going to deafen myself with the volume of that.
Now you know how I feel.
Okay, is that at least audible still?
Yeah.
Okay. So, by all accounts, you're in what it looks like to just be an endless, plain of just, brown grass. The sky above is heavily overcast and has kind of a reddish-gray hue to it. You know you're not where you were before. It's very obvious. If you would like, you can roll perception to see if you spot anything.
Let's see how fuck the rolls decide to screw me over. Roll 20, you hate me again.
And we're loading.
Because it decides to just take forever. Yep. Decides to screw me over in more ways than one.
Something seems a bit off about the area, but you can't quite put your finger on what it is exactly. However, as you're standing there, a familiar voice beckons you from behind. Hello, little one. Have you made your decision?
Turns around.
Shadowfire is standing in the blazing form that you saw him in last time. Though, as you watch, he begins to solidify into the actual full Shadowfire.
That's so cool.
He steps forward and asks, "So, What have you decided?
After this Dread Realm, I want to become your cleric.
He nods and says, very well. There will be more responsibility than you had previously had. One of which will be to your companions.
I'm not surprised. You told me before, and honestly, with the way things are going now, a lot of responsibility is coming my way regardless.
He nods and says, I'm assuming you are speaking of the others who have thrown their lot in with your party?
I nod my head, yes.
He kind of tilts his head back as he looks up at the cloudy sky and says, I should let you know that while I am Shadowfire, I'm not the one that you're familiar with. I am the one that orchestrated you and your party's little adventure. And then he looks back at you and says, I have more information than the one you're familiar with.
So, are you like the big part of his brain or something?
He gives a chuckle before saying, you could say that. It'd be more accurate to say something along the lines of, he is one of my hands and I am the brain.
But you have hooves, not hands. I have hands.
He smiles, but doesn't say anything for a moment before saying, I will give you a bit more understanding of your situation, though, because I've been unable to thus far. You are aware right now that you are hunting an individual known as the Silent King, correct?
Yes.
He nods and says he is one of 13.
One of 13?
Yes. You do not need to worry about the other 12, one of which has been defeated. However, both you and your party's goals are the goals that I will be setting forth for all of my followers. Bringing down the Silent King is paramount for you. The other kings will be taken care of by others. And in some cases, I might even send you, depending on the circumstances. They have a creator, and they give him power. We cut them off, we weaken him, and we might be able to save. And he kind of gestures towards Coral before saying, they're your worlds. They are not meant to be here, and they never were. I would say that it might be wise of you to inform your companions of the existence of the other kings, but stress to them the importance of focusing on yours. I've already had one group fail.
Coral for a moment looks at her hands. I'll make sure of it.
He steps closer and places his forehead against yours and says, "You do not have to do it alone. Rely on your bonds, your companions. They will always be able to shore up the places where you cannot. Even the dumb ones." You understand?
I think so.
Then I will see you again once you have finished what you are currently tasked with. And with that, it fades back to your dread realm, or back to your pocket dimension, demi-plane, which is in a dread realm. Which there are just too many dimensional things happening, and it's hard to keep track of. But yeah, you're back in your demi-plane.
When I'm back, I kind of plop to the floor, and I continue to stare at my hands. That's a lot of kings. But we'll focus on one at a time, and get rid of ours. I know I have to tell the others, but Coral lays down. This is just too much right now. I will tell them. I will tell them soon. But I need a nap. I go off in a little corner and just roll up into a ball. These past few days have been so stressful. It's not gonna lighten up anytime soon. But we have to do it, whether we want to or not. There's so much at stake here. I gotta do it. Coral just tightens up as a ball and just naps.
Okay. Also, I was just like, the mental image of Coral looking at her hands is just like, I don't have enough fingers for this.
That was actually, I was about to actually say that outside, like, I was going to say that in character, but decided not to. Because the funniest thing is, I was looking at my own hands and saying, I don't have enough fingers for this. In real life, I was just like, I don't even have enough fingers for this.
Okay, so we're going to scoot the time towards, like, it's the end of the long rest that you guys were taking.
Long rest.
Were you taking just a short rest after getting your asses beat?
And dying.
Because you definitely made it sound like you were taking a long rest when you started making the fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
So, you guys are getting ready to get back underway.
Before we are fully ready to leave, I kind of walk up to them and I'm just like, okay guys, listen, I got some very important, very big news. Naomi, you gotta listen to this one too.
Opens her book and takes out a quill.
So, I spoke with Shadowfire, and with everything going on, there's even more we don't know of. There are these kings. There's 12 of them. I don't even have enough fingers for that. That need to be taken down. Luckily, we gotta just focus on the one that we're already gonna be tearing down. But it's a lot. Obviously, there are other gods and stuff getting involved. And there's even a big head honcho of these kings that is getting power from them. But we gotta take it one step at a time and kick the king's ass. Alright? I know we already planned that, but it's important to know that there's still more out there. We just gotta be ready for it.
Maybe one day we'll be able to face them, but right now, we just need to focus on surviving more than anything.
I give a very odd look for just a brief moment. Yeah. Focus on surviving.
Okay. So, for the party, if you don't have a dedicated navigator, you can like all roll perception to see if you can spot where you might need to start heading next. Because you know you kind of went through a whole lot of shit followed by an explosion. And if that's not disorienting enough, I don't know what is. So Naomi is lost.
Cap. Wind. Perception.
19.
You gotta roll.
No, Wind is fine. Wind, on the other hand, needs to roll.
Striker disappeared. Said they'll be back, but haven't came back yet.
How many people do we have right now? Okay. So,
5.
Coral, Icicle, and Wind. You guys all see off in the distance what appears to be a very dim light. It's almost at that point where it's just in between that, am I seeing a light or am I imagining seeing a light? Roll perception. That was for Wind. He just returned.
Oh, okay.
I was like, damn, twice in a row?
Check this out.
Nope.
Yeah. What? What do you mean, nope?
Exactly what I said. So, for the three of you that noticed it, what do?
Hey, do you guys see that weird light up ahead?
Yep.
Yeah, last time we saw something like this, it was a big shockwave afterwards.
Seems too consistent.
Yeah.
You should probably start heading there.
Does everybody head towards the light?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Surprise, that light was dynamite.
So as you guys continue,
Another.
you start having to go uphill quite a bit, to the point where like you go from walking to legit climbing. Like it's not
I'm
straight up
flying.
and
I'm gonna fuck that.
I'm
It's-
gonna fly too.
it's not straight up and down, but it is very steeply inclined. The light is flickering up ahead. You notice that now that it seems to be occasionally changing color and it flickers. And once you get to the top, you're greeted with a honestly rather grisly looking scene. Ahead of you is like an almost complete circle of what appear to be more screens. This time they're showing like some of the worst bits of what you saw in the city. People get like the little humanoid things getting hit by trains, getting hit by the metal bricks, getting run over, getting churned out. You see the flame ports that they were falling into, where they seem to be being used as inefficient fuel. You see a view of the window where it looks like somebody's stabbing somebody else. And in the center of it are two ponies in a pair of chairs that are set back to back. Now, these two are nearly identical. One of them has a mustache, though. And their cutie marks are different. One of them is an apple with a slice out of it, and the other one is an apple slice. One would almost assume, based off of their appearance and cutie marks, that they are siblings. And the two of them are strapped to these chairs pretty heavily. You can see a variety of tubes and whatnot that seem to be pumping some sort of fluid into them through IVs, and some of them are going down their throats, and you can see that every time it seems like their bodies start to sag, the fluid increases in amount, and they almost seem to jerk with what little amount of movement they are allowed, thanks to the straps. But the worst part seems to be that their eyes are held open by just like a nasty looking wire contraption, as they are spun slowly to look at each and every screen. And as you guys approach, you can hear them whimpering. Their eyes are also periodically sprayed with some sort of fluid. The area around them littered with more suitcases and the occasional skeleton which is reaching out for a suitcase. Almost as if something has been trying to end this cycle but has been failing miserably. But in the middle of the chairs is a column with not only all of the tubes that are attached to the two ponies, but also what appeared to be a variety of power cables that go down and into the suitcases. What do?
Gonna
So
run
there's
over.
scenes of torture around us, and it looks like things are wired to explode.
I will specify that the power cables aren't, when I say that, I mean like plugs, not just cables.
Yeah, so wired to explode, okay.
Nameless, I just want to ask a quick question. You're still in the city, you said, right?
You're currently beneath it, technically, but yes.
Okay. got it. I want to search my surroundings to see if there's any safe way of freeing two ponies.
Roll investigation.
Why can't it be perception? I have like a
Because it's
0.
more than just seeing.
And roll history. So, your investigation doesn't really turn up much of use. You're not really a technology savvy type. However, you do recognize the two ponies in the chair. They're ex-con men Flim and Flam. You do remember hearing about them trying to hawk their wares, and it went kind of poorly. Most of the time, somebody would try to one-up them with what they already had, and then they would just lose all quality to it in a no-holds-bar, we're going to get the best no matter what, in quantity rather than quality. They necessarily didn't mean poorly from it, but most people didn't take kindly to their business practices.
I'll fly in for a closer look and then look back at the rest of the party. I think I know these two. Yeah. What was the names? Flim and Flam. That's what their names were. Wonder why they're here though.
Obviously, this is their dread realm. And that must mean that there's a tier nearby.
Oh, there's a tier nearby, then there's probably something that's gonna come out and try to kill us. What do you think, Win?
What are you doing?
Is this good?
I'm not entirely sure what to make of this.
So,
Maybe, yeah.
say, for the detect magic that was just thrown out, as you are looking over, you note that one of the fluid tubes is throwing off, like, because like this entire area is technically magical, but one of the fluids is reacting more to your spell than all of the others.
What's this magic goo?
I'll fly over and investigate it or something to see what it is.
Go ahead and roll investigation, yeah.
Okay. Ending my stuff on my luck this time.
So, looking at the tube and following it, it does go to the center column, and it is one of the ones that is shoved down their throat. If you have a medicine skill and are in the vicinity, you can roll medicine, and it is highly recommended that you roll medicine before I continue.
Oh, God.
If you have no reason
My
to...
medicine's...
So, Coral, you don't need to roll medicine because you would have no reason to know this. But the other four should have enough knowledge.
Hey, I can roll medicine?
You were more likely to actually know it because it is more of a modern thing.
Oh, okay.
No.
Not modern enough, apparently.
So can I roll for it?
You are literally taught medicine stuff as part of an education as a paladin. So you were originally a paladin of Luna. You would know enough healing stuff to be able to roll medicine on this.
Oh,
And the former healing cleric of peace and the well-studied magic user.
I did slightly better.
Medicine?
Yes.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Naomi, you're the last hope on this one. Oh, thank God. So, while the others may not recognize it initially, but these tubes are they're a medical device that has a bulb at the end of it. So, ripping it out is just as likely to pull out parts that you don't want pulled out.
Mm.
Or rip holes in things. So you're going to have to figure out either A, how or where it is inflated, or B, how to deflate it without finding that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tricky to move.
based off of your knowledge, it's not it inflates at the very top kind of deal.
Mm. Mm.
And most likely both, because you are currently looking at one pony, because you cannot look at two at the same time, both have identical setups.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to believe otherwise.
Okay. She is going to... Let's see. Okay. She's gonna boost herself with some borrowed knowledge in investigation, and then she's gonna give herself expertise in investigation.
Oh.
She is gonna go searching
Okay.
once I figure out how to apply all that. There we go. Okay. Time to go find some inflatable thingy technological thing. Who knows?
Gosh.
It's the power of a wizard. So, as you are following the tube along, you do find a valve. It appears it needs a specific instrument to open it, but if you do so carefully, you might be able to finagle it in such a way that you can at least let the air out.
Hmm.
But it will take some work.
Yeah. First, she's gonna look for the key, sort of thing.
Well, it doesn't look like it is a key, so it's
Hopefully, there's one around.
there's a screw, like threaded area on around the outside, and then the top of it appears to be, from your perspective, flat. So you need something that will screw into it and push that down. The other issue is you need some way to pull the air out as well.
Could everybody look for, how do I describe this? Some fairly large piece of technology with a big thread on the end?
You keep saying it is not large. It is smaller than a dime in diameter.
Okay, smaller
Smaller than his mic dying.
than smaller than a bit in diameter, probably longer though.
So we're looking for something that's smaller than a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate that too.
Is everybody going to help with this investigation?
I'm gonna fail my investigation.
Do I get to roll as well?
When do you find there are suitcases in the area? Well, if
Very
you're going to
observant.
investigate, then roll investigation.
Most observant I've ever been.
Ballistic, there are ponies in those chairs.
Guys, I found something.
At this point, I'm just wondering, why did you even have to ask for help for this heist? Like,
She only has 2 eyes.
So, for Coral, as you are investigating, you find a piece of the thing that you need, but it looks like somebody snapped it. Honestly, it looks like it was probably stepped on at some point. And for Naomi, all you find is what looks like a plastic. It's long. On one end, it has a flat side that looks like you could have pushed on it, and the other side has kind of a circular cone almost, but it's very flattened and feels to be made of rubber. You find a screw. The screw part of it, it looks like it can screw into the thing, but it looks like somebody stepped on it and broke the rest of it off.
It's broken.
I don't think you stepped in it.
I think Coral needs a recap on what they found.
Essentially, think of it as the front half of a plastic syringe. And when I mean front half, it's like just the tip of it and part of the plastic chamber. Like a very front portion of that plastic chamber.
No needle
I found
included.
half of it.
I think I found it, or at least part of it. Someone might have stepped on it.
That works with what I've got. Do I see it?
Yep. I bring it over.
What's happening?
They have found the broken pieces of a syringe.
Got it.
Honestly, this is too easy. She puts the fixed version in its place.
I like this character.
Well, the problem is mending puts 2 parts together. You don't have the full thing. You have the plunger of the syringe in like the front, I'd say probably 1/5.
Oh, so we have 2/3.
Yeah, you don't have the rest of the body of the syringe. So what are you going to do now?
Do we want to keep looking or just see if I can force it?
Let me think for a second. I gotta find the timing of spells. Of course it doesn't sort it by timing.
No, of course not.
Timing, spells, attack, saving throw, cast time. I wonder if that'll have it. Nope. Why would that have it? Speed. Range area. Anyway, other people try other things. I'm cooking.
You should definitely.
Fair play.
Let them cook. Okay, so
Naomi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can shapeshift, I don't think it's a really good idea to force it open.
Shapeshift? Why would I need to shapeshift?
Yeah, I'm very confused on this too. Please explain.
Okay, my whole understanding of the situation, because again, I am still catching up on everything, is that we're trying to actually use the syringe to access something that we can't access without the syringe, right?
So, what you have is a tube that is attached to this other tube, and it's got a little valve on the end that pressure needs to be applied to press it down to allow air in and out. And that tube that valve is attached to is attached to a balloon somewhere inside the esophagus of each pony.
Did Saw create this trap or something? Like, is this like a Saw
No, this is-
movie thing?
This is legitimately describing a medical apparatus.
Oh, okay.
The horrors of modern medicine.
Well, is your detect magic still going? Is it a magic thing?
So based off of
magic.
what she found with detect magic, the fluid inside the tube is magical more
Well-
so than everything else baseline.
If the syringe we're looking, for all the parts is broken and we have some of the parts, can't we see if there's like residue on the inside of like magical material and then try to track it from there? I'm talking to what's her face,
Naomi.
Naomi?
Phoenix.
Oh,
yeah.
like take part of a broken object and find the other part?
I'm sorry.
I don't have that magic. Do you?
Well, no, just like
a good
right.
idea.
It obviously said that the fluid was magical, and this is like a syringe to connect up all that stuff. So, is there any magical residue in the little pieces that we do have?
She'll check.
No residue that you can see.
Looks clean.
We might
Yeah,
just have to
dear.
keep searching then.
Yeah.
So, Naomi,
Mhm.
mayhaps you should try to explain what is going on and why you're needing the syringe.
Well, this looks like most of it, but looking for this to fit this, like, sort of keyway. The idea is this thing should be able to deflate some balloons that are inside of the ponies' throats, keeping the pipes in. So, we either need this syringe thing or some way to suck.
And to give further information, you have like the front fifth of the syringe, so the part with the screw cap on it, and the plunger itself. But you do not have the full body of the syringe.
Yeah.
We got the little pin cap, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let me see it. I take hold of it and I try to jam it in the hole.
So you can screw it into the hole. It fits perfectly.
Would you look at that? Oh, I thought it would come pouring out. Like you know how like you got a tire and you like.
Well, you do get some airflow, but not very much. And based off of what you've been described, it's not a very good idea to try to yank tubes out without making sure all of the air is out.
Huh.
Which is why suction is needed.
I see. I got a stupid idea.
It's the idea.
Ideas tend to work.
Alright, Alright, so. They almost die. But they don't. So, right, I cast Aura of Vitality. Concentration. Right?
This is a
Oh,
bad
no.
idea already. Like,
No. Hear me out,
This is-
right? Okay, so I heal them. They're within the range of Aura Vitality, right? Oh, they need to be conscious for this. I think. Hold on. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the. Okay, no. That's fine. That's me. I can use a bonus action to heal someone or something. So that's good. Now, as part of Plague Heart's book, there is a. Oh, this would take a long ass time. So I think I can only do this a couple of times. Use up to the. Okay, I can do this 4 times. But we basically just tear the tubes out and immediately heal them.
that is a very bad idea.
So you have a way to keep the valve open now.
Mhm.
You're missing suction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not putting my mouth on that.
Yeah, that's like magical fluid inside there, nameless.
No, that's a separate tube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 2
Don't
separate
have the
tubes.
strongest lungs.
Icicle, you're made out of water, right?
I cannot fit in that.
What is even your thought there?
That wasn't my thought, but okay.
Crawl in there and squeeze the air out and then just walk out.
Then the air goes back in. Forehead.
So, do you guys want to draw straws, or
I can
See
draw a
who's-
straw.
to see who sucks out the whatever's in
I
it?
just groan. Ugh. I'll do it. If you guys really can't find it, I'll do it.
We could also manufacture a tube. What's in my backpack?
We're not playing riddle games today. So, Coral, are you going to do the thing?
I'm going to do the thing.
So, it doesn't take much to get to the point where you can't pull anything out of the balloon. Do you remove the cap or the syringe bit from the valve after that?
Yes.
You can feel the tubes already trying to come out as you are doing that.
This feels weird.
Does anybody else have a somewhat medical degree?
And not a medical
I
degree.
don't
but
even
I
know
can do
what that
magic.
is.
Alright, I'll bite the bullet and I start working on getting that thing out.
So, do you pull quickly, just yank it out, or do you do it gradually? How do you do it?
We're gonna let a medicine check decide that.
Based off of your medicine check, it is not a great idea to just yank that shit out. You may not have air in the balloon, but you are still pulling tubes out of somebody's esophagus.
Mm-hmm.
So, slow and steady, trying to make sure they are not acting as if it is hurting them is the best idea for that.
Yep. I might have to go.
Like leave the game for tonight?
I'm just giving you warning. This is the earliest warning I can give you.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
if you do have to leave, just let me know right before.
Will do.
But you pull out the tubes, and one of them is leaking a steady stream of the black fluid that you recognize as the tears of the Silent King. And the other one is just a random cloudy kind of goo that smells vaguely of potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potato juice.
I'm pretty sure that I'm chugging them full of potato juice. Are they conscious now or still unconscious?
There's no way they're gonna be fucking conscious just from getting that pulled out.
Aren't there a whole bunch of other tubes as well?
IVs. Which I'm not gonna draw it out for the rest of the.
Yeah, these things can just come out and I rip them out. Never seen them before though.
Actually, you're not entirely wrong on that. There's a little bit of bleeding, but otherwise, they're just fine. Just try not to jab anybody with the needles. But after that, the apparatuses that are holding open their eyes are easy to remove, and they pretty much immediately pass out from what appears to be exhaustion, natural exhaustion, based off of what you were observing. And I'll piggyback this off of Wynn's medicine check. They were basically being pumped full of stimulants and nutritional goo, for lack of a better way to describe it, to be kept alive, breathing, and awake the entire time to bear witness to all of what was going on the screens.
How do I know that based on the medicine check I made? Is it just the effect, or like am I like tasting a little bit of each of them, being like, "Yep, that's definitely caffeine."
Well,
I mean,
so if you remember the original description, when you guys walked up, they would start to sag, and then one of the IVs would pump more fluid through, and then they'd jerk back, essentially awake.
Nameless, I have 19 spells to prepare every day. I don't want to hear it. I wasn't here for the first 20 minutes.
And the fact that they passed out immediately upon not having that, they're tired.
Yeah.
They're not in the best condition. Well, I take that back. They're probably in some of the best condition that you've seen thus far from Dreadlords, honestly.
Yeah.
Which is saying a lot.
That one Gaster fellow was really bad off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his. Well, they're up there. They're like the top 3.
Yeah.
They weren't horribly mutated. You didn't see their insides at least twice.
Yeah. Not yet.
But I was after that. It's almost like, for those of you that have dream walked, the dream fading as you end up back once again in the mists. Surprise, surprise. DM didn't have anything else to go on in that dread realm, so now you're in the mists again.
surprised we didn't get attacked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And what's this place?
Welcome.
This is
Jesus
an
Christ.
Like,
So-
For making that such a unnecessarily raw line.
There's your intro.
As you guys step forward, the first thing you guys notice is that there is a spot of mist that just has been essentially burned away by the presence of a very large flaming alicorn. For those of you that have met Shadowfire, you do recognize it as Shadowfire as he steps forward through the mists. Everywhere he steps, it just recedes from his presence as he steps to Coral and places his horn to her brow. And there's just a ripple of blue flame that just cascades over her as a new set of armor emblazoned with his cutie mark and in a lovely shade of black and blue just kind of erupts around her for a moment, burning with just like a furious blue flame before dying out. And he looks at Coral and says, "One moment."
You are now my cleric. Protect your bonds well.
I will.
With that, he nods and vanishes in a gout of blue fire.
Blue walked up to Coral, did that whole ritual. You don't see one of those every day.
I turn to the others. I made the deal. I went from warlock to cleric now.
Well, I believe that coming of age ceremony is warranted. We'll have one next time we find a good place to rest.
What's a coming to age ceremony?
See, that's what you get to learn because you're a cleric now. Maybe some gods have them, some gods don't. But
Oh, I'm definitely a cleric.
yeah. You'll like. I just don't know if Shadowfire has any coming of age. Anyway, we'll get into that in a bit. Let's go find whoever's asses we gotta whoop next.
As you say that, when a voice that has become way too familiar for some of you and is brand new to Naomi interjects with, "Oh, I believe I could help with that."
Oh, this
I
guy.
believe we don't have a choice based on the deal we made that I didn't agree to.
Oh, fine print. Nobody ever reads it. In fact, most of y'all have not even asked for the contract, which is a bit too
I can't even read.
Yeah, speaking of contracts, I'm gonna need a copy of that just whenever you can, but I'd like to see it within the next 24 hours that I personally experience.
I can see what I can do about that. It will take me a bit of time.
No worries. Just, maybe
Turn
within the
back.
next 48 hours, 72. It doesn't have to be right now, but yeah.
I turned back to Naomi. By the way, you're also part of that deal or contract or whatever.
How many deals do you people make?
Well, it doesn't matter
I don't
now
make-
because you're in a contract with the Fae.
A lot.
Based off of what I have seen personally of them, more than is healthy, honestly.
It's always when I'm Pooh Brain.
And now I'm part of this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Once again, fine print.
Anyway, just take us where we gotta go.
Of course. Though I must ask, how, shall we say, brave are we feeling today?
After that last Red Realm, probably not too brave.
I just want to take a nap. Can I get 1 day of solid rest in this godforsaken plane?
Okay.
In its current
I can make
state,
that happen.
probably not.
Okay, well, can I take the second best thing?
I think I have the perfect place for you. I've been keeping my eye on this one. I think this is a perfect time to send you there.
That's... A face said that. Okay.
And
Like a land full of.
with that, he vanishes and the mists around you swirl as if you guys are being spun in a circle. And all of a sudden, everything goes black.
This is what you get when you make a deal! Can't have anything good or holy.
You're the one that asked to get like a day of rest.
We're probably gonna spend it in the void. I try to cast light on the end of my staff.
Everybody roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
look at that.
Usually when this happens, we're either like,
Fail, fail,
18.
Wait,
fail,
Hey, mine failed?
double fail, fail.
Wait, hold on. I got something for that then. Let's see,
Never
where
mind.
is it? Yeah,
you never
here it
gave me my
is.
new sheet. Wow.
Indomitable. I'm gonna roll again if that failed. Oh
Fail.
my god.
Anybody else want to try anything else?
Oh, that was a 20 and it failed, so we're not getting past this one.
So, all of you are unconscious. And
Hold on, is there any... Continue. I'm just gonna read.
see, let me find this one that was. Yeah. So, the way we're going to do this is that each of you are now separated. You get a very short span of time that I will allow you to do things. Each person will be focused on one at a time. Starting with, we'll go with Icicle first.
Okay, so what exactly are we doing? I'm a bit confused.
So I haven't set the scene yet, so give me a moment to set the scene. So Icicle, you wake up. You are strapped to what appears to be just like a metal gurney. It's very uncomfortable, especially since it seems to have been made more for bipeds, and you are a quadruped, and thus your limbs are contorted in ways that are not very conducive to, being able to move. In this room, it is, one, very filthy, and two, filled with random, very intimidating-looking medical apparatus. Currently, the only other thing in the room is a ticking clock and your gear all piled in one corner. What do? You have very short span of time, so think quickly.
I'm really sorry. My mom came in just at the last set. Can you just repeat what you said for the last sentence? I heard about all the medical apparatus, how I'm on a weird thing meant for bipeds and stuff.
There is a ticking clock on the wall. There is a door at the far side of the room. Your equipment is in a mound next to the door. You've basically been stripped naked. Nothing. You don't have any of your stuff on you. You're strapped to this table. What do? You do not have long before the next person is up.
Crap.
You do also feel groggy from being drugged.
I try to shrink as much as I can to try and get out of the bonds.
Well, seeing as nobody seems to quite understand, you still have a solid body underneath that does not work.
I do. I just thought I might be able to shrink the bigger body outside of it.
Nope.
But
they seem to have taken that into account.
All right. Crap. Dang it! I'm trying to think of if
5, 4.
yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
Okay. We're going to move on to. Let's see who's next in line.
Nameless, can you check the Heart of Darkness chat real quick? Do you have plans for me?
No, not specifically, other than what is happening right now. If you need to go, now is the best time to do it.
Yep. We'll address whatever happens to me next session then. See ya.
Yep. So, Cameo.
Yes.
Same situation, equipment in the corner, door strapped down to table. What do?
Can I try sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand for what? Your hands are strapped to a table.
Not really good with brute strength either. They got my wings.
Let me make this a little more. Oh, hold on, and remove him for the.
Oh, I'm blind.
Okay. Now, you are currently strapped on your back, so your wings are pinned behind you. There is a strap across your chest, a strap across your ankles, and a strap across your wrists.
I want to see if I could break one of the ones on my wrists.
Roll strength. So you are able to loosen, but not quite break. But now it is Naomi's turn.
She is going to try to cast telekinesis to grab her book from the corner.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Do.
So you remain conscious, but it feels like somebody just tried to drive your horn back through your skull. And with that reaction to your action, Wind.
Quick question: How much strength does the belt of giant strength grant me?
I don't know.
I know
Maybe you should look it up.
If that's the case, then I only have 4 natural strength.
It is exactly what a belt of giant strength would offer you.
Okay, do I still have that on at least?
Nope.
Okay, then I am down to 4. I will talk to you about because that is not right. Okay. Well, there's no way I'm breaking out of that, so I will try to see if there's any way to I'm gonna look at the clock. How much time is on the clock since it's counting down?
Well, it appears to be about 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. I'll try to, I'm gonna try to break free anyway.
Okay.
Oh my
No.
gosh, I missed
Why
that
do you
strength.
have a -3 in strength?
That's why I was telling you. I must have done something wrong.
I will look at your sheet after the session.
Okay.
Icicle, it is now your turn again. What do?
I deactivate Twisted Flesh, Twisted Mind.
Okay.
So does the rotted areas of my body make it the bonds any looser?
Not necessarily. But that will have an effect later if you want to leave that down.
Yeah, I will leave that down for now. If I were to give myself corrupting flesh, would that decay more, or would it just stay the same and not affect me?
I would not recommend giving yourself corrupted flesh.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it. It was just like, that's all I could think of for during this time.
Okay, so is that all you got?
Yeah.
Coral, chance number 2, what do?
I got it a little loose. I want to try again, but it's going to be hard.
It will be hard.
Nope.
Nope. Naomi.
She is going to try to use some of her gifted sprite magic to Misty Step out.
So this time, instead of, almost having your horn driven through your skull by the feel of it, you start to realize that you need to roll Arcana.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, so you're in an anti-magic field. Why it felt like your brain was about to explode, you're not entirely certain, but you're in an anti-magic field at the moment. It would appear that whoever has placed you here knew that you were magical. You get one more chance to do something before it's Wynn's turn.
Slip out of the bonds,
Okay?
if you can.
That would be acrobatics.
Acrobatics, okay. I don't know which of these is the roll. Okay, there we go.
So you are able to loosen but not quite escape. And it is Wynn's turn.
I want to check to see if there's any way for me to escape.
Roll investigation. So based off of what you see, there is a door in the room, but you do notice that on the table nearby, not quite in reach, but it is fairly close, there is a lot of sharp tools.
Are my wings free enough to actually go over there and
They are
grab one or
trapped
something?
behind you. You are
Okay.
painfully held in what is more of a bipedal position than a quadrupedal position on your back.
I'm guessing I can't control the weather from there. So instead,
Absolutely not.
I will try to. I look at at what's holding me down to see if there's an easy way to break it.
They seem to be heavy leather straps that are strapped into the table itself.
I'm gonna try to loosen them.
How are you going to try to do so?
Struggling.
Okay. Roll a strength check for struggle.
Wait, that's a save. Oh my gosh, this freaking strength.
You struggle unsuccessfully. Ballistic. As you are looking around the room, the door flies open and in walks 2 individuals. Both of them are dressed in white. They are both wearing gloves and holding their hands in the air as if their hands were messy and they are trying to keep from touching things.
Darn it. I'm gonna die.
What do?
Crap.
As you are deliberating, one of them stands over you, looks at the other, and says... Let me find... Here we go.
And black are here.
Subject appears to have advanced necrosis. Operation recommended.
Hey, no operation. This is just what I look like. It's fine. Just like please don't be racist.
Roll persuasion.
Oh well, that's
I'm gonna say, Nameless, I really do like the sound of that voice, though.
okay. I have a disadvantage on that. That's great.
You know, it's almost as if I gave you an opportunity to use.
Oh, I should have intimidated them. Gosh dang it!
Yep, roll persuasion. And they're.
Oh wow, great.
Yeah, no, you failed.
Oh really?
Coral, same thing happens to you. A pair of individuals step into the room, they look you over, they're holding their hands up funny, and one of them goes,
Individual suffering from unknown illness. Operation recommended.
what do?
Unknown illness. I'm pretty. I'm not saying this out loud. This is mainly just like a thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that faded away, and that's why I'm here. I don't know if you remember, if you know what I'm suggesting when I say that. Is it possible for me to intimidate them and to get them to stop?
Roll intimidation.
Or maybe I can deceive them. Hold on. Sorry, brain. Jeez.
There is a roll associated with whatever you do. Just tell me which one you are doing and present your case.
Okay, I want to deceive them. What would... No, wait, sorry. I should... Doggo, please do not be on me. I know I am stressed. Please chill out, Doggo.
My DM is torturing me. Please help.
I could persuade. Maybe I could persuade. If you don't know the condition I have, then how would you know how to operate on me? Wouldn't you guys need to wait on that and actually run other safer tests or something? Jeez, persuasion. Please don't fuck me over.
Their only response is
Irrelevant.
What?
Naomi.
Irrelevant.
You have the same issue. As the individuals step into the room, hands in the air, they look at you and go,
Strange protrusion from forehead of subject. Operation recommended.
Oh, I think I...
Oh, that's biological. Please don't remove that.
are
I
you
have books
persuading?
in my bag. Yeah,
You have to be in, like, the human world or something.
I have books in the bag that can prove that this is natural.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Hey, calm down.
So
You got the good rolls.
one of the individuals looks at the other and goes,
Check the bags.
Win.
Same thing, right?
Same thing, and give me a minute and I'll give you what they say. So they walk into the room, hands up, they look at you and say,
Individual seems to be suffering from advanced TBI. Operation recommended.
Can I try to bamboozle them into thinking that I know where the rest, where like other individuals like me are? I can lead them to.
you can try.
I will try.
It would be deception.
It's deceive. I'm terrible at deceiving.
Okay, and they say their answer to that is
Information irrelevant.
I do anything else?
icicle.
Okay, so how tight are the bonds around my upper arms, legs, whatever?
Your forelegs, they are tight enough to make it so that you cannot wiggle free.
Okay,
Easily.
would I be able to summon my scimitars?
You would not.
Crap. Okay. I try and intimidate them and yell at them, "Don't you dare touch me, or I'll spread this to you!"
Go ahead and roll a deception.
That's a
You know you don't have a disease.
Okay, I was trying to intimidate them, but I understand, yeah.
You can add a...
Oh wait, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with deception. I'm fine with deception.
Oh, dang.
Pieced it together.
So they look at each other and say,
Further PPE required.
Further, what? I can't understand that voice.
they step out of the room after that, leaving you alone. Congratulations, you have earned yourself time.
Oh, thank the Lord!
Hey, are you suggesting we could actually cut
That's
open?
it.
Coral, what do?
1 second.
It can legitimately be cut open. Oh my gosh.
Even just the dogs, it's also the rabbit at this point. I'm coming. In a second.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and go on to a Naomi, and we'll come back to Coral when Cameo's back. Naomi, you get another chance. They are currently prepping medical equipment.
They didn't check the bag?
Oh yeah, that is right. You did manage that. So let me check. So they are checking the bag, but you also have an escape attempt now.
Can she try to wriggle free and talk to them at the same time?
Yes, you would need to roll acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay.
You do not wriggle free. Is there any...
Books are in a chest in there. There are lots of books in there that can back me up. There's the complete history of An Egypt, all 3 volumes. Past Unicorn Civilizations, that one's probably pretty good for that. There's also books on every school of magic, which have information on specific casting types used by unicorns, which includes their horns, by the way.
Okay. Wind.
Right.
Yours are now prepping medical equipment, which include things such as scalpels, bone saws, and various other implements that look very sharp and pointy, and you do not want in your soft bits.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell them that they don't, and before you stop me, just hear me out fully. You don't have to do this, and if they don't, I can lead them to the source of of my disease. It comes from this specific pond of water.
Roll deception.
I can lead them to it.
At disadvantage.
Why did I say water and my water bottle fell? Okay.
Because it realized how stupid of an idea that was.
Oh, so this.
I said at
20
disadvantage.
Oh, at disadvantage?
Yep, because you tried to tell them that you had a disease when they said TBI.
Let's be honest. That one is, yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, so not convinced. Icicle,
Okay.
you are currently alone in the room. This turn. So what do?
I'm genuinely not able to think of like really anything right now because like magic is pretty much set off from what I can assume, if it has something to do with like telekinesis at the very least.
You still have physical abilities, such as, and not limited to, acrobatics, athletics, sleight of hoof, though you don't have much in the way of that right now. The ability to intimidate, deceive, persuade.
Right.
Just
I'm-
raw strength.
Yeah, I think I'll try my best to focus all my strength into one hoof to try and get that free with just strength.
Okay. You're just gonna go all out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all out with ice even, like all.
So I'm going to allow you to go ahead and roll that at advantage. At it, at a disadvantage that afterwards you will have a level of exhaustion.
And Super Pony.
Roll again.
Okay, I was
Dang.
worried for a second.
You are able to loosen. Not quite free, but you are not as tightly bound.
Okay, but I do have a level of exhaustion.
You do now have a level of exhaustion.
I do just have a quick question. Does that make my core body shrink, or does that just make the outer body shrink?
Your core body will not ever change size. It is the outer body.
Okay, just sorry, I was just checking.
Your core body is essentially flesh and blood. It's just different.
All right.
Instead of hair, you have water. Think of it that way.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But unlike people with hair, if that water runs out, you can and probably will die.
Got it.
And now for Coral. Is Coral available? No. We will come back to Coral. Naomi. They seem to have given up on their search through your bags. And this time they approach you again. And with a slightly more disgusted tone.
Individual showing signs of advanced mutation to include psychokinetic abilities. Operation recommended.
Okay, can you at least sedate me first?
Wait, but I'm not. I got 2 turn steps. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Request denied.
Why? Come on.
Never seen someone throw a towel that fast.
Like, oh man, I guess I tried everything I can. Just cut me open, boys.
Why am I typing? No advancements in your current condition. It's just we moved over since you were, I assume, chasing a rabbit.
Yeah, I just put the rabbit back.
Okay, well, you'll be put back in the turn order so that way there's no confusing anything. But yours has not changed from the last time you were available. Wind. They have finished prepping medical tools and they are eyeing you in a way that you are not comfortable with.
I'm not comfortable with any of this. I had strength, and now that's gone. I don't have anything.
How you have
I
a
don't know.
-3, I am never going to be able to guess.
I think I just messed up a little when I added the belt.
What is your strength score?
Right now, it's 4. I think I added like
No, what
10
is
or
the
something.
actual score? The big number.
Oh, -3.
No. In order to get a -3, there is a number that goes there. What is that number?
That's 4.
How? You could not start this campaign with a 4.
I think I added the wrong amount for when I had the belt on.
How much does the belt give you?
21.
It does not give you 21 points.
That's what it said on when I looked it up.
It sets it to 21.
Oh, it sets it to 21. Okay, well, that's different. Let me
Because-
see. 21 minus that would be like 6.
Your strength is not a 6.
Like I said, we'll figure this out after the session. I'll get lucky.
Set it to 14 for now.
Okay.
Because 4, you're not able to move on your own.
It's an actual thing?
Yes, that is an actual thing.
Okay.
There's something similar for like intelligence, I think.
Yes, once you get below animal intelligence, you are basically dead. You are a vegetable.
Gosh. Okay, well, I am going to try to, I'm going to tell them to, or ask them to stop and try to be very convincing about it while I try to break free.
What are you saying? And roll for persuasion.
I'm going to tell them that I don't have any kind of illness or anything. Nothing's wrong with me. I am, you know what? It doesn't matter. That failed.
Considering that they rolled higher than you at base, yes.
Gosh. Well, can I at least try to break free too?
I will allow you a strength check. Or athletics.
Okay.
Into an athletics.
Athletics? Alright.
No.
13s.
It is not your lucky number.
I'm gonna be cut open.
Icicle. You have one more turn of freedom.
Okay, would I have enough room free in my, like, loose hand to be able to use sleight of hand effectively?
In your loose hoof, you can use sleight of hand to try and slip free.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Remember, you are at one level of exhaustion for overexerting.
Yeah. Let me search up what that does real quick.
If you click it on your sheet, it should give you an explanation of what is wrong. You do have a sheet, you've just been ignoring it.
Oh, so I have a disadvantage on ability checks, okay.
Which is athletics.
Okay, so, but not sleight of hand, then?
Sleight of hand would also be an ability check.
Okay, so I have disadvantage.
Okay?
Why?
You are unsuccessful in your attempt to escape.
I hate this game.
Coral, your individuals are standing over their tools, prepping them for whatever it is they're about to do.
They said I had a unknown disease, right?
Correct.
Can I possibly deceive them?
You can roll a deception check and hope that you do better than your companions. What are you saying to deceive them? That is also important. Go ahead.
I am a gargoyle, one of many. We are a very hardy species, and the fact that you don't even know what the disease we have shows what little you know of us. I can teach you more. I can bring you to my people. and you can learn more, even about diseases and stuff that we could possibly get. But you will have to trust me on this and let me go. I will not fight any of you.
So the individuals look at each other for a moment and then say,
Further information needed. Oh,
before they step out of the room together, leaving you alone again. You have bought yourself more time. Naomi.
Look, if you say no to sedation, you clearly don't know how to remove these things properly. One of my books does cover some information on removal of horn, that sort of surgery. Well, not removal, but surgery of horns. In there, I'm sure you'd find a lot of information that would help you with your surgery. If you can't find it in there, I do know my way around the pack. If you unbind me, I can find it for you.
Roll persuasion.
Dang.
And let's see if they beat you or not. Okay. So they look at you.
No, it's because Thumper was out and kept going back there, so I had to go away.
They look at you and say,
insufficient insurance for sedation.
and it is now Wind's turn. Wind, they are marking a line down your midsection with what appears to just be a marker of some sort.
I am going... Are they standing in front of me or on the side of me?
From your breastbone to your pelvis.
Are they both standing on the same side?
They are one on each side.
Okay, then I am going to look, I'm gonna look, I guess you can say, towards the door, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, thank you, Celestia. I'm so glad you're here. I know you're invisible and all, and probably gonna infect everyone here, kill them probably. But can you please free me first?"
Roll deception at disadvantage.
That is like a, you know what? Okay.
I know you're invisible. You didn't even need disadvantage. I'm not even gonna.
I really did.
I will roll. I will roll only because they can possibly get a nat one. They did not get a nat one.
I'm terrible at lying, apparently.
You just come up with bad lies.
That was a horrible lie.
I'm bad at lying, okay? Like...
Icicle.
Yes.
They are once again... Let's see. They have once again returned. This is not easy to keep track, so bear with me. I was trying to remember who is who. They've once again returned. This time, they seem to be wearing much heavier equipment. Basically, they look like they are dressed in hazmat suits. And they are now looking over their medical equipment. What do?
This isn't what I do as my action, but I just slightly mutter to myself, well, at least they're thorough, before, this, I don't think this will work. But, gosh, I try and activate Aura of Corruption at 7th level. I know it can't be higher, but...
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Since the bag is sealed.
Yeah, so you remain conscious, but you feel like you just stuck your head underneath the nail that somebody is trying to hammer into a railroad.
Okay, yeah, I figured as much. I just wince, kind of, from the pain and just ice up some.
Coral,
Yes.
you have bought yourself time. You are alone in the room. You have loosened one strap. What do?
Is it loose enough to try?
You can attempt sleight of hand to pull it out. You can attempt strength to try and loosen it further. If not, break it.
I'm gonna try sleight of hand.
Okay. You can feel you almost had it, just barely, but your thumb got in the way.
That little stubby nub on the end. Gotta be
Stupid
the nubby
opposable
one.
thumbs. What are you useful for?
Naomi,
What is insurance?
the answer they give is
Irrelevant query.
I think it's pretty relevant. You said I had insufficient of it.
they do start doing the same thing they were doing to Wind and marking a line down your midsection from your breastbone to your pelvis. What do?
Is there any way I can get out of this situation? You want money? Power? Anything of that sort?
They don't even seem to respond to this.
Of course not. Try to slip out.
Roll a acrobatics. Good job. Wind.
Bad roll gang. I am. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna try to just break free.
Nope.
Come on.
Nameless, did you rake the dice this time or something?
No, this is just how they're rolling. I can't rig him.
I know it was a joke, but still.
No
So-
one has to rig my rolls. Just like this.
Wind?
Am I dead?
Nope. One of them begins the incision, while the other holds you still, since you were just struggling. You have one chance to roll acrobatics to escape the oncoming knife. I say knife, it's a scalpel.
Regular, advantage, disadvantage.
I believe, aren't you the one with exhaustion?
No, that's me.
Okay, then it would be normal.
And I'm gonna try to escape with all I've got.
If you're doing that, you will be taking on a level of exhaustion.
I will accept that. I need this advantage. See?
You are-
See?
You are able to struggle enough that they miss with the knife and it snaps as it hits the table. They now have to retrieve a new knife. However, you will not be able to get away with this in the future.
Takes advantage for me to get
Icicle.
Okay, yeah.
They have begun marking the line down your midsection. Though they do seem to be having some issues with the water that is just part of your body.
Alright, can I try and freeze one of their hands to my body?
I will say roll Arcana for that.
Okay. This isn't gonna go well.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so given your groggy, drug-addled state, you are, on top of that being exhausted as well, you are unable to, summon the, wherewithal to freeze a specific section of your body as they finish marking the line.
Well, I didn't mean... So I just meant, freeze my entire body and catch one of their hands in it.
Yeah. This is better explanation than that.
Oh, okay.
You failed either way.
Yeah.
Coral,
Yes.
it is your turn. They have begun standing around you in preparation to mark the line.
Wait a minute, I thought I had free time.
Wait. Did you run them out of the room?
Yeah.
Okay. See, this is what I meant. I am having trouble keeping this all in line. Thank you for reminding me. Wind, it will not work for you.
Nothing works for me.
Coral, you have 2 rounds of freedom to do whatever it is you're going to try to do.
I want to try one more with the sleight of hand.
Okay.
Next.
You are able to free one hand.
Finally!
Before you can react further, Naomi.
Well, running out
Running out of microphone.
to
Get it.
try and dispel the anti-magic field from within.
Yeah, that's not how anti-magic field works. What you can try to do is avoid the knife to give yourself more time.
Yeah, she could.
Because you are in the same position Wind was just
That
in.
roll.
It would be a acrobatics to avoid being cut.
Truly doomed.
Roll Constitution saving throw.
Don't tell me you created a character just to have them cut open.
It happens sometimes, you know?
It just happens.
You sound so distraught already. You haven't even died yet, but you're saying your prayers for this character's afterlife already.
We can live without a horn, maybe. Know what they're doing with their midsection. That's not where the horn is.
What is this? Where's your Constitution saving throw?
You must have cut out when you asked for it.
You were the one cutting out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. You now have disadvantage on all abilities.
Mm.
And it is incredibly painful, and you have started bleeding everywhere. Wind. They are now going for another tool. You have the chance to attempt escape again.
Is it just? Do I just have the chance for just escape, or can I try to persuade them to leave?
Do you really want to try that again?
How many seconds do I have to come up with an excuse?
Not very long.
Give me 5 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. I'm gonna tell them. That's not gonna work. If you actually cut me open, and my body produces this natural gas that's kind of gonna kill everyone in this room.
Roll deception.
At least it's better than Celestia.
Hold on, I got disadvantage. Yes!
Okay. They look at each other for a moment and say,
Further preparations necessary.
and they leave the room. You have 2 rounds now of freedom.
Yes.
Well, not exactly freedom. You're attempting to gain your freedom.
Not gonna die yet.
Icicle.
So, at this point, I'm just looking at them until I snap my gaze to the hand that was touching me, and on my face, a look of horror just grows, of pure dread, as I just shakily say, "No, there's the no, it got in. No, you need to go. It cut your hand. No, I'm sorry, I can't save you now. I'm so sorry." And so I would like to argue that I don't get disadvantage since they already believed I have a thing that I can spread to them.
I'll take that. Roll deception.
Yes!
Okay. And they look at each other, and one of them pulls out an object and looks at the other and says,
Agent contaminated. Termination immediate.
and blows the brains out of his companion before looking at you and saying,
Personnel insufficient.
and stepping out of the room.
Yes!
You have 2
I
rounds.
thought he was gonna blow the braids out of Icicle for a second.
Actually, I'm gonna say you have 3 rounds because they have to remove the body.
Yes!
Coral, I believe you have had your 2 rounds. This round, you can free yourself without any rolls, but you now have 2 of the white-coated individuals stepping into the room as you are doing so. What do? Coral?
No.
Okay. We will come back to Coral in her predicament. Naomi. They have finished the incision, which goes from your breastbone to your pelvis. You are still conscious despite the pain, and they are currently preparing to stick their hands into your ribcage. What do?
What are you cutting down there? Horns on the head, please.
Their response?
Information irrelevant.
Information, that's a plea.
Their only response is
Irrelevant.
what do?
Nothing. She does nothing.
So one of them plunges its hand into your ribcage and pulls out what looks like just a mound of dirty fabric. Just gore-soaked fabric. And throws it across the room into the opposite corner from all of your gear.
What a dissection is this?
You know what? Go ahead. She'll try to pass out.
Actually, you don't need to roll anything yet. Wind.
Yes, okay, cool. What's going on?
Let's see. For you, I believe you bought yourself 2 rounds last time.
Yeah.
So, you still have the mark down your midsection, so they will not need to redo that. You do not have any free limbs, so you cannot remove that. Thus, what do?
So I can't just like. Okay, I am going to try to.
Do not forget your exhaustion.
Yes, I am gonna try to break free of straps.
That would be athletics at disadvantage since you are exhausted. If you were to attempt an all-out, you could roll it normally, but you would take on another level of exhaustion.
No, I'm not gonna try to exhaust myself to death. Just try to escape.
You are unable to escape. Icicle.
I'd actually have to exhaust myself to death.
I am so happy that gamble worked off somehow.
While you are sitting on your table, somebody comes in and looks more machine than man, grabs the corpse by its feet and drags it out and closes the door behind.
Okay, so I would like to try sleight of hand again.
Okay. Remember, you are currently rolling at disadvantage due to exhaustion.
Yeah. Why?
You are still stuck. You don't even have to roll again because you cannot roll lower than that.
I figured.
Coral, have you returned? Coral?
It might be dealing with his dogs. See?
No, it was not dogs. It was a message to my mom.
So,
also, side note, did you see the thing I sent? Sorry.
Yes, I did see it.
Hey.
You were able to free yourself from your restraints. However, the 2 individuals that were getting the information that they needed to have returned, and they are currently staring at you. Their response is,
reapply restraints.
if I can fucking English. So, Coral, you are able to do a thing. What do?
Is it possible for me to deceive them again?
I will say that they will be rolling with advantage because their directive is not to listen to you if you are, not attached to the table. Which currently you are not.
I realized you never gave me the other sheet so I could do as a cleric.
The cleric stuff is in the see.
No, I'm talking about another character sheet because I'm still rolling with the character sheet of
Oh, damn it. See, this is why I tell people to remind me about things like this, because otherwise I will forget.
I just remembered!
I will add that right now. Just keep whatever random ass name it gives you.
I'll just add that. It's a Coral's name.
There you go. You have another sheet. It's actually not a horrible name.
What's the name?
Fit Tail.
That's like a normal pony name.
It's spelled PHIT space capital TAALE.
Oh.
So, what were we saying about normal?
Yeah.
At least it can be pronounced.
Yeah. It can be pronounced normally.
So,
Brain said a thing and it didn't say it out loud. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You're trying to deceive them or something?
No, it wasn't for deception. It was. You're either gonna do this the hard way or the easy way. All depends on what you're down for.
when you say that, one of them pulls out an object and points it at you and says,
Subject resisting. Termination authorized.
Oh!
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity
sure if
is
you
always
want
my
to
worst.
So you're able to roll to the side so it doesn't just straight up hit you in the face, but you do take a very painful hit to the shoulder, which actually throws you off the table.
Ouch.
You are now bleeding with a small lump of lead lodged inside of your shoulder and in extreme pain. But next turn you will be able to do something. Naomi, they have fished another handful of just the most random crap you can think of. Like, you're not even sure where it's coming from. Sometimes it's hands full of what looks like blood-soaked sand. Other times it's, for lack of a better way to describe it, Mardi Gras beads. Why was that so hard to say? And then at one point they pull out something that looked like it might have been alive at one point.
Gonna retreat to Naomiville. Her mental domain. Bye-bye.
You're not gonna try to break free?
She has the strength of a butterfly that's had both of its wings removed.
What about your perception or something? Or persuasion?
What is she gonna
What the fuck
perceive?
Yeah, I said
Being
perception.
Or whatever's being removed?
I meant
She perceives.
persuasion. Okay.
She's tried to talk him out of this. They
She
don't
is-
want to do research.
She's perceiving that they are sticking their hands into her body.
Okay. Wind.
Yeah.
I believe you still have a turn of freedom, if I remember correctly. So,
Yes.
what do?
I know you told me that I'll get a level of exhaustion, but I don't think that this is like I kind of have to. I'm gonna go all out and try to break those things.
Okay.
Is that at advantage, normal, or disadvantage?
That would be advantage.
Okay.
You are able to snap it, but now you are at 2 levels of exhaustion.
I'm gonna have to use it if that was gonna be the rule.
You didn't know that, so.
I know. I know.
Icicle.
I'm just gonna try for sleight of hand again for this one at least.
Okay. You are able to extract your hoof from the strap. You can now, on your next turn, free the rest of your limbs and your chest. And you actually still have a turn of freedom, so you can attempt to escape with your equipment without having to run into the same problem as Coral. Coral, they have fired 4 more shots over where you were sitting right before you got hit with the first one. What do?
What are the chances of me being able to flip the table and use it as some form of coverage?
It is bolted into the floor.
And my stuff is on the other side of the room?
They are standing between you and your stuff, and you are between... their equipment is between you and them. So the medical stuff.
Am I able to grab one of the syringes and attack them?
You can attempt that. Their tray is on wheels, so you could attempt doing something with that. It is up to you.
And the tray flying at them.
So you kick the tray at them?
Well, I take at least one of the scalpels and then kick the tray at them.
So you grab a scalpel and yeet the tray at them.
Yep.
I need you to roll to hit. It will be your dexterity as your bonus, unless you have proficiency with improvised weapons, in which case you can add your proficiency to that as well.
Improvised weapons. Nope.
Yeah, that's normally a specific feat or class feature, so if you don't have it, you don't have it. Just add your dexterity to the hit roll. You can also add strength if you want to instead.
My strength is slightly better.
Okay.
So just like a d20 plus my strength?
Yes. Okay. Surprisingly, you actually hit one of them. And flip a coin for me. You hit the one with the object that was firing projectiles at you. And he is knocked prone. Your next turn, you can attempt something else. Naomi, are you just going to lay there unconscious?
She be no longer conscious.
Okay. Wind.
Yes. You said that I had a hoof free, right? Or a
Yes.
rope or strap or something. I use it to free the rest of my body.
Yes.
We'll do that, and I'll run over.
If I remember correctly, you have a free turn still, so you can attempt to grab your equipment and escape.
Much as I would love to have that, I think that last turn was my last free turn.
Okay, so you are in the same predicament as Coral. They say the termination authorized and take aim at you.
I still quickly free myself and then run over to my shield.
They are between you and your shield, but you can free yourself.
It's near me.
You can roll a dexterity saving throw to throw yourself off the table and not get hit. But I will remind you, you are also at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, half speed, and out of luck. You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that. Dexterity saving throw. You know why? Because I have an Indomitable. My last version, that last time I could use this.
Okay. Again at disadvantage.
Okay.
You also take a glancing blow, though this one is much more painful than what Coral has been hit with so far. Icicle. You are currently completely scot-free if you grab your equipment and go out the door, because you still have another turn. Icicle?
Sorry, forgot I had push to talk on. So when you say scot-free, do you mean if I get out the door, I don't have to deal with anything else, or I am free? I'm scot-free until I leave the room.
Until you run into something else.
Okay. I was just wondering about that. So I'll grab the gear, and do I have the time to activate, or the chance to activate? What is it? Aura of Corruption.
You sure you want to try that in the room again?
No. I know this. I know this warning thing. I know this warning thing now. After the the dynamite, the throne, the lightning. I've learned my lesson. No, I do not want to try it in this room.
Okay. So you grab your equipment and step outside?
Yes.
So when you step outside, you step into a hallway with just rows of doors. Several doors down, there are two open doors there opposite each other, and you hear the sounds of loud banging. The door across from you has a red sign on it that says Operation. And there are... let's see... Does that account for everybody? I think that actually accounts for everybody that you have to currently worry about.
Oh, for the love of gosh, it's not over. Okay, I knew it wasn't, but now can I try and activate the Aura of Corruption outside the room?
Well, do you want to do that without knowing what's around you?
No, I do not.
It is very cramped quarters, so... However,
Okay.
Your first ability you may want to reactivate.
Right. I reactivate Twisted Flesh, Twisted Mind.
Okay. So,
And
the two open doors are substantially down the hallway and there's banging noises. The one in front of you has the light on, but is not open. What do you?
does it look like there's a complicated lock to it?
It doesn't look locked.
Okay, so
There is if you look at it, there is a deadbolt lock on it, but it is not locked based off of the light around the door.
Alright, Icicle takes the judgment of his mind that if there's banging in the other room and it's continuing, then there's a fight going on and they still have a chance, and the person in front of him might just be dead at this point, and he wants to try and at least get one of his party members out of there, especially if it might be someone useful. So he goes into the doorway opposite him.
Okay. So when you open the door, Naomi is spread out on the table and they are fishing just like this obscene amount of random garbage out of her midsection. Like there is more stuff on the floor covered in gore than there should be space inside Naomi.
I hate this world. I hate this dread realm. Why is everything so freaking awful?
Both of the individuals turn to you, and one of them says, give me just a second to...
Subject escaping. Termination authorized.
And pulls out the same object that has been pulled out on everybody else so far, except for Naomi, and opens fire. What's your AC?
I am pretty sure it is
This
20.
Okay. It pings off your armor and ricochets off into the hallway. It does hurt, but not enough to do actual damage. It feels like somebody took a hammer and slapped you in the side with it.
Ow!
What do? By the way, for your sword, if you want to activate Reach, it is the activation phrase is Eyebiter Seek.
Okay, thank you for telling me that, nameless. So
You never asked.
I didn't even know there was a special word to it. How was I supposed to know to ask?
I told you that last session.
The one where we died?
Yeah, we told you that.
I'm sorry, Wind, but I'm on Ballistic's side with this one. Dying kind of takes precedence over new sword.
Yeah, well, I just want to say we still told him.
Oh, so you didn't even say the full thing. You just said eye biter.
Yeah, but then I actually corrected myself and said Eyebiter Seek,
No,
but
you
it didn't go through.
You never gave him the correct phrase.
I said Eyebiter Seek after I said Eyebiter, and then I apologized for saying Eyebiter.
No.
And
You just apologized for saying Eyebiter.
Oh.
anyways, I take out my brand new spiffy sword that's totally mine now and say, eye biter, seek.
Okay, roll to hit. I'm assuming you're hitting the one that hit you.
Yeah, Ice School doesn't let that stand.
Okay, roll to hit. Let's see. Just a FYI, it also gives you a +3 to hit.
Oh, okay.
So that hits.
Oh wow, I get
That hits.
Okay, for once I get 100% hit. Yay!
Nice.
It also gives you a +4 to perception as soon as you attune to it and have it equipped.
Ooh, okay, that's nice.
So roll me some damage. Okay.
So 32 damage in total.
So you decapitate the one that was attacking you. The other one looks at the its companion and says,
Insufficient personnel.
and it just leaves. Like brushes past you, just fucks off.
Oh. Bye?
Naomi is currently unconscious on the table. What do? All of her organs, at the very least, seem to be in the right place.
Oh, crap. Wait, I forgot I'm a healer. Gosh dang it. So I go over and cast Lay on Hands. And
So it seems very sluggish at first, but your deity's influence seems to win out on the anti-magic as it very slowly and very graphically knits the wound closed. There is a rather nasty-looking scar left behind, though.
Ice Glow is just gagging at the sight the whole time. Like, he continues doing it, but he's just like silently So,
Naomi will be able to act on their next turn, but now it is Coral's turn. Coral, you have knocked down one, and the other is just kind of standing there. What do?
Attack them!
Which one?
They're in my way! I'm not gonna let this slide!
So the one that's standing up? Because they are the most in the way at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, roll to hit. It'd be strength or dexterity added to a d20.
If it bothers to load. Why must you do this to me? Why do you hate me?
Also, Wind, your eyes have felt really dry since giving up that sword.
What's going on with my eyes?
They feel really dry since you gave up that sword.
Why? I'm fine with giving it up, but why are my eyes dry?
It's almost like it's probably a side effect of giving up something magical.
Is that what really happens when you do that?
Are we still waiting on Roll20?
Yes, because it decided to be a fucking bitch on me. It's not letting me do anything. Can someone else roll for me? My strength
What's the plus?
shit is 2.
No. Watch us go to like the next turn and it'll pop up with something better. I will say that
I'm reloading it all. Yeah.
I will say that they don't seem to be reacting, but you are now between them and your equipment, so you can attempt to grab your equipment and escape. That would be an athletics check. Are you making
athletics?
Yeah.
Will it fucking let me do anything? I don't know. Nope. Because Roll20 is like, if I'm not gonna lag the fuck out of you, I'm gonna make all your rolls suck.
So you trip and fall into your equipment, which is not comfortable considering now you have heavier armor than you did previously. Naomi.
She wakes up. Did Ballistic free her of the bonds?
Not yet. He was busy re-knitting your midsection back together.
Mm-hmm.
I will note that most of the floor in the room is just covered in gore-soaked stuff. And you feel somehow like you've forgotten something.
How did you heal me in here? Thank you, though. Could you get these restraints off, though? Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. You really bounced back fast from having your midsection. He just looks at all the stuff on the ground.
It's amazing what... Yeah, never mind. You probably won't understand.
Okay, anyways, he just then proceeds to take off all the restraints holding Naomi down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She goes over... Well...
There is also a decapitated corpse
I don't know how much
in
time
the room.
left she has. That was Yoda speak.
Don't worry about that.
And we're going to cut back to Wind. Wind, you have been winged by a bullet.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, what happened?
You have been winged by a bullet. What do you?
How much does my AC matter against those bullets?
Not much, because you're naked.
Oh.
They are between you and your equipment. What are you going to do about it? I will note that their stuff has what you can improvise as a shield in a metal tray, which will give you... I will be nice and say that it gives you your proficiency bonuses and everything.
Okay, Well, I will take that then.
So you dump their equipment on the floor and use the tray as a improvised shield?
Not just that. I'm gonna do this because I can't believe I'm actually gonna do this. Can I hit 2 people? Wait, no, that's one single target. So I'm gonna use that.
Are you going to try and wing it off the guy that shot you?
The one with the gun.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, what am I rolling exactly? Doesn't exactly say. Just shield bat, regular shield bash.
You would roll it as if you were rolling an attack normally.
Okay. Is that disadvantage? No, that's not disadvantage.
That hits. And you have knocked him unconscious.
Sweet.
The other
I
one
do any-
looks at you, looks at his companion, and says,
Insufficient personnel.
and then just walks out.
Just nopes out of there. Is there anything else I can do?
You can collect your equipment and step outside.
That's what I will do.
So, at this point, everybody has made it outside. Again, long hallway full of doors. They all have the same operation sign over the top. And for the most part, if you were to look into the doors, they will hold the same equipment, same setup, same table, clock, whatever. You might occasionally find a corpse, though. Before we go any further, since it's just the 4 of y'all, would you guys like to put a pin in it for the night?
I think that'd be the smart decision.
Mayhaps.
Coral?
Yeah, I'd be down for it.
Okay. So, for those of you that may or may not still be watching, if you want to see where this goes, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow on Twitch, and if you want to show further support, which would be greatly appreciated, you can join the community through the Discord link in the description, where you can have the ability to chat with myself and my players. And if you want to show further monetary support, which would be even more greatly appreciated, then check out my reward tiers at patreon.com/thenameless1, link in the description. And a huge thank you to all of my priest tier patrons: Ishi, Equinox3141, Trailblazer, Scarmex, Ice Crystal, and Cameo Shadowness. Without all of y'all, I would not be able to keep doing what I am doing. And I hope to see you all again next week. Keep an eye out for, we should be having in the next month or two an upload for a music video for the outro intro for this campaign. And hopefully I will, in the near future, find somewhere to move, and then I will start working on putting out more regular uploads. Other than that, everybody have a great evening, and don't forget to drink water.